the old hall. Yeah.
What are your perhaps strongest memories of your time at Harrop Fold?
I guess my biggest memory, performing-wise, probably when I did the talent contest, and I think that's the thing that kind of like prompted me into properly like doing it. I think I was in year 9 actually, yeah, and I was basically milling around, and I was like wondering about, went into the hall where everyone was practicing. Deep down, I think I wanted to be a part of it, but I wasn't. And then you persuaded me to do it, and then go get the backing track and do it. So I guess that's one of my biggest memories, because I was so nervous basically.
I do remember that.
It was one of the most satisfying things I've done. Yeah, and I just remember just being in the performing arts room all day, every day basically. Well, and getting told off my art teacher for not doing my art coursework.
I do remember that as well. But you did well and you were the subject, didn't you? Do you remember what you got overall?
I got 4 A stars and 3 A's and 2 B's and a C, I think. So, but the C was for statistics, which we'd only just done a short course. Yeah. Yes, that's
so
all
you did very well academically, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Really well, which was good. It's good to know that performing arts didn't take over to the detriment of everything else.
No, not to the detriment.
Because you liked sport as well, didn't you? If I remember
I was really into my sport, especially when I was in primary school as well. And then when I started college, when I started high school, I had a little bit of like knee injuries. So that's kind of what prompted me to get into performing arts, because I still got the same buzz as I did from sport, but I could do it because it didn't really matter that I was injured.
Okay, right, great. Well, maybe we should go on now to what you've done since, because I think performing arts obviously is featured, and it was great. Thank you for coming in to talk to the class today on our latest performing arts cohort.
No problem.
Because did it take you back to when you were here? And
yeah, it's really weird, because I remember I was in that situation once, and I was actually a little bit nervous talking to the kids, but I remember when people used to come in to talk to us, I was really interested and in awe basically of what they've done. So yeah, it was nice. Miss it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you're very modest, and I hope you don't mind me actually telling everybody there today that you not only got double A stars, but that we got the letter from the exam board saying that you were in the top 10 out of the however many thousands did that course in 2008. So that's still on my wall in my room.
Yeah, so it should be.
That letter saying that you were one of the top 10
I was proud of that at the moment. That was nice. It's nice to have that kind of recognition.
Yeah. So after you left here, tell us what you did next.
So when I left here, I auditioned for a place on the musical theatre course at Pendleton College, where I did a BTEC in musical theatre. So I did that for 2 years. And then during my second year, I started auditioning for drama schools, and then I ended up going to Mount View Academy of Theatre Arts on a musical theatre degree course. So I spent 3 years there doing that pretty intense course, and then after that I went on to basically become a professional actor, and I've done various shows since.
So what did you got? It was a BA, wasn't it? From
BA Hons in musical theatre.
Okay.
I think it's musical theatre,
And your first job?
So my first job, I was auditioning whilst I was still at drama school. I was doing my showcase, and I was auditioning for Warhorse, which I'd applied for myself. So I was surprised that I'd got an audition in the first place. And I basically got offered that a few weeks after I'd left drama school. And and I spent 18 months on tour with the National Theatre with Warhorse, playing the part of Topthorn Hind. So I was puppeteering a massive horse puppet basically, and also playing ensemble on different days. So I had 3 different tracks rotating for the entire 18 months.
And where did you go to on tour?
So we toured the UK. It was a UK, Ireland and South Africa tour. So we toured all the main cities in the UK, the theatres that were big enough to stage the show basically. then we went to Cardiff, we went to Dublin, and then we went to South Africa where we did 3 months. We did about 6 weeks in Johannesburg and then 5 weeks in Cape Town. So it's just under 3 months in South Africa.
Excellent. Why South Africa?
South Africa, because that was the home of where the puppets were created. So the guys who created handspring puppets, who created the horses, were born in South Africa. So it was almost like a homecoming for the show and for the puppets, and it was quite a big deal over there because of that reason.
Oh, excellent. So did you play to big audiences?
Yeah, it's sold out every night, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, for the whole time.
Excellent.
And we did some amazing performances to the kids in the townships. So underprivileged kids who had never been to the theatre before, and then we'd come out to the stage and it was absolutely jam-packed of kids just in awe because they'd never seen anything like it before in their life, which was an amazing experience.
Yeah, absolutely. So you finished that, and what happened next?
So I finished that, and then I basically started auditioning again. So I had a little bit of time off. I gave myself a couple of weeks just to do nothing because I was quite tired because it was a very physical job. And then I started auditioning for various different jobs, and I ended up doing a show called Alice's Adventures Underground, which is at the Waterloo Vaults in London. And that was like an immersive piece of theatre where I played various roles, and it was very audience interaction based. So that was a very good experience, something I'd never done before. So I did that for a few months, and then recently I've just done showboats at the Sheffield Crucible, which started about a month or two after I'd finished Alice's Adventures Underground. So that's my latest credit, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
My first musical as well, which is nice.
Yes.
I've done all this musical theatre training, but I've not actually done a musical yet.
Okay. So really, the career's gone well, hasn't it, for you since you qualified?
Yeah, it's gone. I've been lucky so far. I've managed to pretty much be constantly working, which is, it's difficult in this industry. So yeah.
This is a difficult question because obviously you've done so well.
Yeah.
Would you recommend that students actually do performing arts?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think if you commit to it, especially at this age, you've got so much time to improve and actually make yourself good enough, basically. And if that's what you're passionate about, I think you should pursue it, because there's lots of people who, wanted to do it as a career and it's not worked out for them, but they wouldn't take their experience of going to college and drama school away, because that's helped make them what they are today. And lots of people have moved on to do different career paths, but they've still got a degree at the end of drama school, so you can do what you want, really. Do what you will.
It's a passport to many other things.
Yeah,
okay.
Many opportunities.
Great, thank you for that advice. Now, if you can, it's a while ago now for you, but if you could take yourself back to year 7, right? What would you tell your year 7 self? What advice would you give your year 7 self?
Hard question. I guess deep down you know what you're kind of interested in and what you want to do. But I guess at that age you care a lot about what other people think. So maybe I'd say don't care what anyone thinks, just do exactly. To be fair, I was quite good at that. Just do exactly what you want to do, because in like 5-10 years time, no one cares about what they thought was cool in year 7, what the other kids were doing. Just do what you want to do.
That's actually really good advice.
Yeah.
So would you have done anything differently in your 5 years at Harrop Fold?
Probably would have tried harder for the first 3 years instead of when I started to think about GCSEs.
Yeah.
Maybe. I always think, in terms of my career, I always think I should have danced more at a younger age. So maybe I would have started doing a bit more dance and stuff like that. But I guess I couldn't really have done that at school. That's that question.
Any subjects that you would have given more time to, or not? I know you did well anyway, but
no, because I think I kind of always knew what direction I kind of wanted my life to go, so I knew what stuff I wanted to focus on. I think I gave everything, a fair crack of the whip, but the things that I focused on the most were the things that I wanted to do. So I wouldn't change. Maybe I'd try a bit harder in IT, because I really just didn't try in IT. And I'm not very good with computers, so yeah, that probably
that might have helped,
that would help now actually, because that would actually help me now.
I remember that actually. I remember you sitting in the drama studio playing the piano, and me having to say, no, IT, you go to IT now.
Maybe I should have learned to play music actually as well, because that's one of my downfalls, that I'm not great at reading music, and that I don't play. So anyone going into this kind of profession.
Right, okay. So, I've asked you to look back at being your year 7 self. If you could think about the next 7 years, where would you like to see yourself, ideally?
Ideally, my career would just keep going to the next level. So I'd start to get offered bigger and bigger parts and earn more and more money and have more and more fun, ideally, but that's not always the reality of the situation, but that's what I foresee for myself. But also, I'm at a stage now where I need to think about something else that I do alongside acting, so that if, say, the work does dry up for a period of time, I've got something else to do at the same time. So I'm still in the process of thinking what exactly that is going to be. But I'm very interested in sports, so I guess I could go down that alley in some kind of form, I think.
And I suppose when having the good results you got, was it 4 A stars? 4 A's? Whatever.
I've been thinking lately about doing some kind of open university course or degree or something in another subject, just because I think when you do performing arts for such a long period of time, you kind of miss out on learning about other things. So that's something that I'm definitely thinking about pursuing. And then obviously in 20 years time, 30 years time, I might not want to be an actor anymore, so there'll be somewhere else for me to go, basically.
Okay. So what could you advise our year 10s and 11s, particularly our year 11s? What are we in? It's February now. What would you advise them how to be between now and those dreaded exams in the summer? What's the best
in terms of just in generally?
Yeah, or you know.
Or are we talking performing arts?
No, not performing arts. Generally.
I just think just knuckle down, I guess. I mean, put the work in throughout the year so that you're not scrambling at the end of the year to try and learn everything that you've disregarded for the whole rest of the year, basically. Yeah, just work hard. Don't work too hard because you go crazy. But just make sure you get your work done. Yeah, and just make sure you put yourself in the best position possible to go on to wherever you want to go and do what you want to do, basically. Because there's nothing worse than, say, leaving here and you can't pursue what you really want to do because you didn't try hard enough whilst you were here.
Well, brilliant advice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming back, and thank you for coming to talk to our current students as well.
No, pleasure.
Thank you.
It's good to be back.